Hello everybody, welcome back to part 15 of the Council. But yeah, let's continue on. Like rooms that were completely empty, I can just speed through those. Did I get everything from you?
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service, day and night, sir.
I'm not hearing him, and the game sound says he's not saying anything either, so I'm gonna stop recording for a second. You'll just see a black screen now. Come on. Restart the recording device. Yeah, okay, I'm hearing some sound in the background. Okay, and record. Okay, so this should be perfectly fine. Wondering if you could help me out.
As I was unable to bring my
For
personal
myself,
effects
so that I have a
with
save point.
me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
A devil's thorn. Yes.
I still
Another
haven't
save
quite
point, just in
recovered
case.
after that boat crossing. Would you happen to have any devil's thorn by any chance?
I am sorry, sir, but the devil's thorn may be just
Been
a
about 3
plant,
days. I'm
but
still
it is
feeling
also
sick
a
from the
powerful
boat.
psychotropic drug that causes undesirable diuretic effects. I would advise against, sir, taking any.
But it doesn't matter which one. Take full responsibility.
Don't worry,
give it
my
to
good
me.
man. I know the effects of devil's thorn very well.
Yeah, they're
I've been
vulnerable
taking it
to
for
everything.
years without any adverse effects. I've never had cause to complain. You can believe me.
That is well, sir. Here is sir's herb.
I basically
What
just
else
have to
can
talk
I
to
do for
these
you,
guys
sir?
and I get my my thing back. So I also could get a golden elixir, but I still have 3 of those. So, and I was going to the head honcho, but it's in his office. Oh yeah, the mission statement is on top of that. The map. That would be to my left. Okay, so let's go talk to him. Yeah, I might not have shown it in the last part, but I was really... Yeah, shocked is an overstatement, but I was surprised to find out about Emily. And in case I didn't mention it, or haven't mentioned it, won't mention it. Difficult one, because the part was before this, but I'm recording it afterwards. Either way, I allowed her to read my mind, because I thought she should know. I didn't know she was gonna read my mind, though. As stated before, I will try to make it so that I can say what I was thinking at that time.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice. It
That's what I
took
was
great
about.
maturity to forgive your sister as you did.
She brought me up. I realized I owed her a lot.
We all make mistakes, as Sarah well knows.
Why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say.
Intrigued.
Quite curious to find out more. My whole way of thinking has been blown apart in just a couple hours.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
I can read his mind, but he's probably gonna get annoyed again. Where is he? Mortimer, William. Immune to science. Change subject.
Not much. He bid me welcome to the family, that's all.
Immune to diversion.
Louis, Gregory is my brother. Always has been. And he never goes anywhere to say or do not much. He must have told you that he's worried about me, that he wants to be there for you, and that you ought to be wary of me.
I
Yes,
forgot
something
what
like
the
that.
fatigued thing meant. He's worried about you.
I think he's worried about you.
Worried? Marvelous. That's just like him. You know, in a family like ours, we all have a role to play. And his is to worry about everyone else. Let me reassure you, there's no reason for him to worry about me.
What about my role?
And what would my role be in all of this?
That's for you to decide. I'm not trying to force you, Louis. I have high hopes for you, but the decision remains yours to make. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
Or at least the illusion.
You really are trying to liberate men.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United.
He gave me a roof, he gave me food, and Emily was my entertainment. I see where this is going.
States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there...
Just for clarification's sake, I am not saying that women are just entertainment. Just clarifying that. I'm saying that he sees it that way.
anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
It's immoral.
But that's completely immoral.
Immoral? Louis, you surprise me. Morality has nothing to do with it. Morality is a concept that we invented ourselves to domesticate man. Don't react like them. Can't you see? It's all within your grasp.
It's not very noble if you ask me, but maybe you invented that concept too. What will happen if I refuse to subjugate men?
It will come naturally to you, my son. But not with the aim of subjugation, but rather to create the best balance possible. You'll see. It comes to us all after a few centuries. I'm just trying to help you save some time. They are perishable, Louis. They come and they go. They are mere butterflies that take themselves for gods. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits. And it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are?
Yeah, I'm trying to let this soak in for a second. Still manipulation though.
I understand your goal, but the change you propose is not really a significant one. It is merely more smoke and mirrors.
You must understand that we directly depend on men. Consequently, we have to do
Why?
our utmost to help them progress and to prevent them from killing each other.
Why are you dependent on men? Given the number of wars, it doesn't seem to be working. Why not impose peace? Why not teach them to be autonomous? Why not impose peace?
As we have the power to influence their will, why not impose the desire to live in peace?
We do exactly that, on a regular basis. But a leopard cannot change its spots. When the person that you inspired dies, you have to start all over again with the next one. It's painstaking work, Louis. Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
How do you do that?
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
How is it possible?
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Okay,
So if I
let's
ever
not
need
waste
to
any more
choose, I
time.
can't go for a black
I
sword.
deduce that you're
Because I wouldn't
impatient
hear
to
anything
master
anyway.
what's in store for you. That is good.
And I meant dressed
I
in
thought
black,
I'd
to
mix
be clear.
business with pleasure.
Because
for
there's
this
always
first
haters out
time.
there.
What do you mean by
Who will
that?
twist your
The
words
conference
in
will
no
come
matter
to a
what
close
way
shortly, as you know.
fits
Not
them.
that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed signs.
Rig the conference.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play, as well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes.
Yeah.
Very well. And then?
That's what I
You're
was
going
thinking.
to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes, you're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche.
How?
Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaget had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaget's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it.
I don't trust him. I really don't. I'm gonna try to see if Emily is feeling better. Because yes, I'm still gonna go the Emily route. I'm gonna keep trying to find her. Though characters do have a tendency to disappear at random times. Might check on the, what do you call it, basement location as well, with all the spear tips. Because if someone is down there, that would make an interesting conversation. Can't enter. Okay, I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna check the basement first. That's this way. I'm either gonna go towards the basement and search for stuff there, or I'm gonna go... or I'm gonna talk to Emily if I encounter her on the way there. It's either or. I'll probably speed it up for you. If I don't, well, sorry. Good day. Let's have that conversation you wanted to have last time.
Am I disturbing you?
Ah, de Richet, congratulations on your efforts with Washington. I see that Sir Gregory was right to trust you.
Thank you.
Oh, while you're here, you wouldn't know who the last guest is, would you?
What do you mean?
I heard Sir Gregory speaking about it. A certain Al-Asif, something or other.
Who? What?
Obviously not. It's not important, forget it.
No, hang on.
It
Gregory
doesn't
was talking
matter,
about the
I'm telling
Al-Asif.
you. We'll find out soon enough. I'm in a hurry right now. I'm waiting for someone. See you later, Louis.
Is Al-Azif to participate in the conference?
That's what I was asking you. As von Wollner mentioned the arrival of this person just before the second conference.
I tried to read his mind,
know
but he
who it
just
is?
started talking.
No, I thought so for a minute, but the name means nothing to me. Sorry.
It doesn't matter. Something tells me we shall find out soon enough, no?
Certainly.
I couldn't enter his mind. In other words, I think someone else
Well,
is in his mind.
I must be leaving you.
Just checking. Yeah, no, I found that odd. I was trying to read his mind, well, his shallow thoughts, but he just continued talking.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it. Atrus,
Aw, I
the
want to
Miller
read it
brothers.
now that I know
Mother
she's not my
expressly
mom.
forbade me from reading it.
How many coins do I have? I think 45, if I'm not mistaken. Woo, cold shivers. For some reason I almost barked because of it. Let's see, I have 45, okay. Checking for items. I think I already checked this. Yeah. That's a note. Check the yard. For some reason I have the feeling that at some point in this game I will find Emily sitting on a bench near the entrance. Yet I don't know why I have that feeling. Or why she would be sitting here. Oh, there was something on the ground.
A drachma.
Coin. Oh, it's closed off. Item added to inventory, nail. Why could I add the nail to my inventory again? Let's see. Demon skills. Thought reading. Listen to superficial stuff. Okay, so that's just that. Inventory. Nail. What are the nails used to open the crypt door? Lance. Message revealed. Huh. Weird. There doesn't seem to be anything else in this room. But for some reason I could get the nail back. I find that suspicious. Let's go to PRGs. Should have gone the other side. I could have just entered that room and I wouldn't have to do another loading screen. The only thing I can think of as to why I could get the nail, well, only two things is one, an error, a glitch, but then it would be messed up in my inventory. Second would be to prevent others from entering, which makes sense to me. So yeah. So I've been playing about 12 to 13 hours in this game already, and I'm at 4/5. Because I think the prologue was in part 1, so it was calculated in part 1. And now I'm curious what would happen if I went back to the very beginning and decided to save Elizabeth instead of going with Emily, and prevented Emily from ever having any kind of intimacy with me. Thought it was an item. And a shiny coin.
Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today.
I swear, if at one point he starts playing with coins, then yeah. It's almost as bad as being someone who bites in the apple in a movie. A whole apple. You usually look like an ass.
Ah, well, Louis, what brings you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first.
It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate.
I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence.
Immunities, let's see. Where is he? PRG. Vulnerable to manipulation. Speak to him about the Holy Lances.
I wanted to thank you for your help. I mean, for your time talking to me about the Holy Lance.
Vulnerable to questioning.
And did you find it? It's the crusade of a lifetime for some people, Louis. You are searching for another Holy Grail.
You're nearly there. Link into his thoughts.
Does it annoy you at all?
But what on earth is he trying to get at? Why do you ask, Louis? I don't follow.
For the glory, Your Eminence.
I can feel it coming. It's working.
What insolence. Why, really? I am a man of the church, Louis. May God keep me from such ambitions.
Right. Let me in, Your Eminence.
Why?
Well, he's gasping for air. For air.
I've done it.
That looked a lot like
Damn it. He was right.
possession from Dishonored.
This is just crazy. I can't believe it. Look at yourself, Louis. Better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me.
Right. Well, it's time I got started.
Write a
Let's
letter
see
to
what
the
I can
Pope.
find here to help me write that letter. I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Okay, read the letters. Read the first one. Consult an agreement with Sir Gregory. Let him know venture regarding that is following course. I have confidence in you. Do not use your personal stamp when writing to me. Instead, use the one with my motto on it. May God bless and protect you. But that's probably everybody's motto. 1231-1792. GJGHFJ. So, month, date, year, and the 1 is a G. Okay. Good trip. May God bless and protect you. 01171793, and suddenly the E. No, the E is a 0. H is 1. Huh. Choose contents.
Right. Well, let's start writing.
That's not what I
Lord
meant.
Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust.
Discredit Mortimer.
As we inform Sir Gregory, it is of absolute necessity that Lord Mortimer's projects do not come to fruition.
I don't trust him
We're
enough.
talking about the future of the Holy See.
Should have probably discredited both of them though. Secret
There's a
code.
kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo.
That's
I
an
guess we'll
old
have
hand.
to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today, the date is 24/01/1793.
I can think about the logic. Or I could just do without the code and go with this one.
I could pretend that the code got erased during the voyage, as if the letter
Forger.
arrived.
And I got from that 1 point in subterfuge, which puts me at 7 points left before every skill use is free.
Bad condition. That would be perfectly understandable given that it's traveled across the seas, right?
True. Choose a stamp. Notice about the stamp.
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it.
The Pope's motto.
Must be in Latin.
Wow.
And
I know that.
Flore in Domo Domini.
Flora in Domu Domini. The first one on the... Okay, the left one, it's not gonna be, I think, because it has a cross. Look at the description.
Justitia, misericordia e humiltà.
Yeah, definitely not that one.
I gotta brush up my foreign languages.
No, not use it. Back, middle, look.
On it is written, Flore in Domo
Yeah,
Domini.
that's the one.
Latin. It blooms in the house of God.
Use it. Finish it. Add it to inventory, forged letter. Now hopefully Mortimer
Your
doesn't read
Eminence,
it.
all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it. That's all I need.
Don't worry, he can't hear us.
Not risking
What do you
it
mean
this
he
time.
can't hear us? What's going on here, Pierre? The old goat is going to drop us. It's a lousy
Wow.
turncoat. Well, he'd better not tell me he just fell asleep.
So, not a tranquilizer. I think he was strong in occult. Vulnerable to diversion, immune to occultism. Not tired. Passed out. Give him a tranquilizer.
Calm down now. Monsieur de Richet came to see me because he was having anxiety attacks and wanted something to help him relax. I'm afraid I've been a little heavy-handed.
You can say that again.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is, and there he stays. It's a perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him.
No, listen, my son. This is all getting out of hand.
Hogwash! I don't trust him in the slightest.
Why not?
Can you keep a secret?
Of course.
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ah, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son. Would you believe it?
How does he know?
No. Dear
Yeah.
God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he?
Not in my room, that's right. He's made me change sides, of course not. You're going to fuck. Home will be against it.
I am certain that Sir Gregory would be opposed.
You know nothing. I know Sir Gregory better
That's
than...
against the rules of the conference, Monsieur von Wollner. I refuse to go against Sir Gregory.
Right.
Yeah, he's afraid of Sir
Monsieur von
Gregory.
Wollner, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you,
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
you must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it.
You run the risk of it being cancelled. I don't think he cares. Tell Mortimer he doesn't fear Mortimer. King is his puppet. Ooh, Holm. I'm telling Holm everything.
If you lay a finger on him, I'll denounce you to Sir Gregory. I'm warning you.
Still have 2 blunders left anyway, so...
Weasel! Very well, Piaggi, you win.
I refuse to let you do the first thing that comes into your head.
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
Right. Time for me to get back into my body.
Why was he blinking? Should have been asleep instead of blinking. Or at least eyes closed.
Right. Don't just stand
Like
there.
Piaggi.
Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the Red Salon.
The Red Salon. So I calmed down Wollner. Close call. Gain 1 skill point in diversion. Succeeded in preventing von Wollner from poisoning you. Well, that's a good thing that didn't happen. I was already starting to trip over my words. Emily, do you want to build a snowman? Dining room. That was this way. Need to be careful with the time, don't want this battery to start acting up. The other one seems to be charged. Might do some Kingdom Hearts instead after this. Oh boy. hearing someone knocking on something, but it's not in the house and it's not my neighbors for as far as I know.
So, Louis, what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Here's your letter. I have to admit, the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
Had to do it twice.
Tell you the truth, I didn't make it through the first time.
Well, that's quite normal on the first try. But you did it.
And that's Gregory.
Gregory, what can I do for
He's
you?
angry.
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own
He has
choices.
black hair.
I would like the same for him too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
What do you mean?
What place is that?
At the end of a leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes, for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
You can say that again.
Does he have an inferiority complex?
I've told him time and time again, Louis. He always has to take it one step too far.
How dare you? You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William. When will you learn?
Then why are you drinking it? You're just asking to be
It's too
poisoned.
bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
I knew you would be coming along. There is cold tea and he just randomly drinks it. You're just asking to die, aren't you?
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
What do I know about Holm? Holmes or Gregory? Nothing, okay. Resembles autocratic regime, but what's he afraid that Mortimer will do?
You came here to warn me, sir.
No, to advise you.
Advise me against my father. Why?
I think you are capable of deciding for...
You haven't answered my question. Why warn me against my father? What are you afraid he will do to me?
Well, I wouldn't want him to lead you into... I don't know what absurd adventure in
You
which...
act as though I were in danger.
I agree with Louis, Gregory. You're trying to pass me off as a villain about to devour him.
That's not funny, William. I won't let him follow you.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary,
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice
Random
than
on
to
the contrary,
intervene by
by the way.
force. Consequently,
People
my
keep
dear
texting
Louis,
me.
you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
there you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide is now.
Yeah, you're poisoned.
If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you. You won't be blamed for your father's errors.
Ah, the masks are off. I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their true face.
Right. Before I answer, well, I'd better think it over very carefully.
Yeah.
Do I intend to embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human?
I'm a man. But I'm also a demon. Okay, I need to think this through. I'm a man, so I want democracy and free speech. But I do know that the world will go down into chaos. I'm a man.
I was born a man. I grew up as such. Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference. I refuse to let them manipulate humanity the way they do. They're gonna ask me
Something
to
wrong
choose
with the
between.
eyes.
I'll just have to go with the lesser evil of the two. But they better not count on me to keep my word. I'll bring them all down.
Yeah, that's the idea.
What do you choose, Louis?
Join forces with Mortimer. Join forces with Holm. I'm gonna go with Holm.
Father, I'm sorry, but if I'm going to follow my instincts, I can't.
It's
in
easier
good
to
conscience
sabotage him
follow
from
you.
within.
But
I hope you
than
won't
it
take it
is
personally,
Mortimer.
but I prefer to support Sir Gregory.
very well. You have made your choice.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
For a second I thought I might see Emily there at the end of the door. Edge of the door.
Well, my friends, here we all are.
Well, my friends.
Isn't the Duchess meant to be with us?
No, she's resting in her room. Don't worry. The conference can resume. Now, we all know that tensions have been running high, but now
And his mouth
it's
is
not
not
the
moving.
moment to give in.
I really don't understand why Lord Mortimer insists.
Yes, indeed. It will only take one of you opposing his project to win the conference. But I would rather have us united until the end. Meanwhile, let us remain on our guard against any last-minute surprises. I know my brother well. He never prepares for war if he has no chance of winning.
The demon face was randomly looking at me. Wow, I did everything. Falsified letter for the Pope. Chose to discredit Lord Mortimer in my letter. Alternatively, should have given me discredit Sir Holm. I learned to use my powers. I temporarily became allied to Sir Gregory. Succeeded in stopping Wolner from poisoning me. Found out where I can pick up Al-Azif. Did we find out where we can pick it up? I found Lady Hillsborrow in her room. Poor Emily. Yeah! 2 levels in one go. Awesome. 11,000. Definitely these two. Yeah. That's max level now. Trying to see which ones needed to be 3. Questioning, vigilance. And this was psychology. Okay. Subterfuge is next. Ah, I'm missing one. Remove one. I'm gonna go with this one. There we go. Level 3 subterfuge. This is gonna be fun. Okay, unfortunately that will be all for this episode in general. If you all liked the video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. I'm guessing that in another 3 months the next part will come out. I hope I can fix things with Emily, especially now that she knows that I'm in love with her. Or at least care for her deeply. I don't know how family actually works with demons. because we don't have the same mother. Definitely don't have the same mother. And they could still be lying to her about the fact that he's her father. And even then, it could have been an age difference of like 50 years, for example. So I don't know about that. Plus, yeah, if I was in his stead, I don't know. Lions do the same thing. All the females mate with one male, and then once he has a male heir, all those female heirs also do it with the male heir. So, yeah, that's technically the same situation. So I'm gonna look at this as a perspective from lions and just assume that it is not as bad as when a human does it. So yeah. But until the next one, as always, it's been a pleasure. Bye.